Well, hello there, or moin as we say here in Hamburg, and welcome to Stitch-Ilonka. My name is Ilonka, yes, it's spelled with an I but pronounced with an E, and we are here in Hamburg, Germany. Oh my god, this rhymes! How nice! I need to write that down to remember it for next time. Sorry. You have reached me today on the 14th of October 2022, and this is I don't know, Flosstube number or something. I think it's 22. Oh my god, I'm rhyming again. Great start. It's lovely to check in with you again. I've got quite a packed episode for you today and a rather troubling life update. And but I think we can get started with the overview. I have to show you a start and finish. I don't have to. I want to show you a start and finish. I've got another start. And I have been working on some whips. And I'm gonna show you something about my crochet. And oh, of course, I have to tell you about this wonderful weekend last weekend that I spent in Berlin, Germany at the Creative Expo Fair. And we had a kind of booth or a table. The German stitching community, or some of my German stitching community friends. And yeah, I want to tell you and show you a bit about that. Okay, let's get started. First, let me talk about the
hello, hola, guten Tag, ni hao, konnichiwa, bonjour, buenos dias, salve, brevid, spreche aus aller Welt, sayings from around the world. Hello, hola, guten Tag, ni hao, konnichiwa, bonjour, buenos dias, salve, brevid.
From last week. Because I put out there that in Germany, if something is very easy, you would say, I can do this with my left hand. And I never thought that there are so many different expressions about this phrase or about this thing. And I have to read out some of the comments to you because this was just priceless. Okay, I found two themes. One is having something up your nose, and one is food related. So bear with me here. I had the wonderful Marumi Stitchers, who's also a wonderful Flosstube channel, and I will link her down below. She said in Farsi, they would say it's like carrying watermelons if you want to do something easy, you know, if it's easy for someone. And it's got, I understood it the way she said it is like if you were too full of confidence and like maybe a bit full of yourself, then you would do it carrying watermelons under your arms. And if you want to make it harder for someone else, you can also put watermelons under their arms. So not just with, not with your left hand, but with watermelons under your arms. And I told her, well, every time I hear carrying watermelons, I always have to think about Dirty Dancing. I carried a watermelon. But yeah, very, very interesting picture. And someone else pointed out or commented that in Poland you would say you can do it as easy you can do it with a finger up your nose. So that's the expression of it's too easy. You know, it's not too easy, but it's easy to do. So you can do it with a finger up your nose. And then she also commented there is also another expression, but it's too rude and she doesn't want to comment. So Michael, if you're watching this, I have to talk to you in our next Zoom call. You have to tell me what it is in Polish. I want to know. But the funny thing is that not only the Polish people say if something is easy, you can do it like with a finger up your nose, but also someone commented from the Netherlands that they would also say having the finger up your nose for it's easy. Or you can do it with your finger up your nose. And that is interesting because Poland, like from your side, Poland is there, Netherlands is there, in the middle is Germany, and we don't use that expression. So I'm interested to see how this connection came about. Interesting enough. Okay, and yeah, Margaret, who also visited me in Essen the other day, when on one of my first meetings here, she commented that in the Netherlands you would also say, if you're doing something badly, then you have basically two left hands, and that's the same in Germany, but we would also say two left hands and all fingers are thumbs, or two left hands and all thumbs. That's, you know, if you want to put even more emphasis on it. So I don't really know why, you know, doing something with your left hand is considered to be bad. More justice for left-handed people. Okay, so more food-related things came from, I have to look down because I had my notes here. Food-related things came from Finland and from Sweden. So if something is very easy, it's like in Finnish, you would say it's easy as sausage, or it's an easy sausage. And in Sweden, you would say it's an easy pancake. So interesting food connection there. I guess in America you would also say it's easy as pie, or it's easy as apple pie or something. Well, you would say it's as American as apple pie, but it's easy as pie. I guess I've heard that expression already. So yeah, I found this was a wonderful quote to ask you what it is in your language. Wonderful. Especially this image of doing something with a finger up your nose. And I definitely want to know the other expression. Next I have to show you, or I want to show you, a start and finish that I've done over the last 4 weeks. And I bought this one, the resting stitch phase from Hands on Design, when it came out on Nashville Market. And if you can see, like, she has got sorry. So if you can see, she has got like a second pair of glasses in her hair with some lights, I guess, like with the light source. And because I never use these kind of lights, I have these lights that are around your neck. And I choose to switch it up. Actually, first of all, I obviously had to change the color of the hair and the color of the glasses to match mine. And I had to switch it out for, you know, these two silvery sparkle stars there are my neck lamp, my reading lamp that I use for stitching. And I just love this tiny piece. I basically more or less chose my own colors because I don't know if you have that, but I remember in almost every German household there is a huge pair of scissors with orange silicone handles, and so I definitely had to make this orange. So yeah, that's my resting stitch phase, and I unfortunately don't have my lights here, but then I could just show you how much it looked like me. Yeah, so this is another finish, and I already have so many finishes. I'd really need to get cracking on and finish them up, like fully finish them, and I have no idea. I don't know, cushions, drum finishes, I don't know. There are so many options. And then, because I am foolish enough or experimental enough, I started the following. Wait a second. I started this one by Alisa Collections, the Seagulls. And of course it had a 14 count ATA in the kit, because this was a full kit. And it had a 14 count ATA. And this is also one of the first kits that I've ever bought. And back in the days, I was so proud of myself discovering the friction pens that I went ahead and gridded the whole thing. It must have been over a year now. So I'm definitely not using this ATA. And yeah, this is gonna go somewhere else. But then I thought, well, I am so sophisticated right now, I can use something different. And because I was shopping, which I talked about last video, I bought the Seagulls, let me just quickly check, linen in beige, and it's got soft modeling. And I started with the lighthouse in the middle. So this is this part here. But what I didn't, I mean, it's gonna look awesome in the end, but what I didn't realize was this fabric is so see-through that, and I have these very open spaces here everywhere, like all over here. This is all free space. This is not stitched. And normally if it was ATAT, I would carry the thread, but you know, with this see-through fabric, I cannot carry it. And this is going to be a very interesting stitch for me. Going to see how it turns out, but I am already loving it, and it will look awesome on this modeled linen. Yeah, I need to pick that up again. And speaking of picking up, I picked up Awesome Pattern Studio, the ATAT Walker, because I needed something to stitch while I was watching Andor, the new Andor series, and I have to say I'm very, very impressed. First I thought, well, I'm not really, you know, why should I care about Andor? But the whole series is so thrilling, and yesterday was the halfway point, like the season, mid-season episode, whatever, and it's really a cool spy action thriller thingy, where you will get to know the Star Wars universe even better. And so yeah, I'm currently here just stitching away, because sometimes it's so gripping and interesting that I don't want to count that much. So I have a few thousand stitches of this color, and I'm gonna, you know, at least there are 6 more weeks, so I might, you know, be able to put a dent into this, put a dent into the Death Star. Look at me, I'm Luke Skywalker. But yeah, there's a lot more to do yet, but I'm loving it, and I can't wait to have it hanging on my wall. And I also picked up the Polygon Fox by, and I also picked up again the Polygon Fox by XStitchAN on Etsy. That was a gift from Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, a few weeks back, or a few months back, and I am stitching this on a hand-dyed fabric by Esther, the Danish stitcher. And yeah, that's how far I am right now. So the tree is coming along fine, and actually it's not, I mean, it's just, this is his bushy tail and his back legs, and to finish up the tree, and then I have to put some of the white stars in there. But yeah, it's coming along beautifully, and stitching on it and having the light, like the sunlight, shine on it and glittering, that is just awesome, and I love it. Still need to do some work though. And I have also started and wanted to finish before my birthday this one by Blackbird Design. That is from the fall booklet that they have, that I've also stitched the owl sitting on the tree there from. And I actually recharted it to leave out the 1 here and just have the 3 and the October sitting on top here for the 3rd of October of my birthday, which was my birthday last week. So yeah, that's how far I am. And unfortunately, when I started this, I mean, not unfortunately, I love the combination of the Weeks Dye Works Deep Sea with this wonderful hand-dyed fabric by Esther, because these gray-blue splotches here, they complement very, very well with the gray-blue of the threads. But I saw an Instagram post on Instagram, obviously, where she, or that person, kind of put colored highlights everywhere and just made it, I guess, a two-tone piece. And I wish I would have seen that earlier to be able to kind of do this myself. Or I might, I mean, the 3 is not that many stitches, so I might put the October and the 3 in a different color. What do you think? I still could do that. So yeah, not much stitching over the last week, because last weekend I was in Berlin, and while I'm talking about it, I am going to show you some pictures and some video footage, because we were lucky to have, yeah, kind of a booth at this expo, which was actually not really an expo per se. It's called a fair, a creative fair here in Germany, and there are traveling companies, firms, yeah, companies who have wool and fabrics and jewelry, and you can paint yourself. You have workshops for painting and woodworking and stuff, and so it's really a consumer fair. Like, you can really go there and pick up fabrics and wool and stuff for cheap, and you have wonderful things to eat and drink and everything. So it was really a kind of a crafting fair, and we were the only ones there to have the topic of cross stitch. And many people came onto our stand and they were asking about, I mean, first of all, so my mosquitoes, as I call them, they brought finishes, and of course, you know, at these retreats you always bring finishes to show each other what you've been working on and stuff. And so they brought finishes and they brought whips, and we had this backboard with little, you know, holes drilled in them where you can pin, you know, just needles in very easily. And so someone went off, bought pins, and then we just pinned all the whips and the finishes up on the wall there, and it looked incredible. It was just so much variety of stitching, and we were not in the middle, but we were, you know, if you wanted to do a round trip throughout the whole fair, you would have definitely passed us. And so many people stopped and looked at the pictures, and of course, when you listen to them, they were like, oh yeah, my grandma used to do that, or oh my god, I'm doing this as well, and oh, how wonderful, oh, there you are, and stitching and everything, and where can I buy this? And so I contacted some shops here in Germany beforehand and asked for like business cards or something that I can give out. And Mrs. Kansi from Historische Stickmuster, she was kind enough to send me some postcards, which were perfect, because these postcards not only have snippets of her designs on it, but also a little bit of stitching on the back, and of course her website and everything. And she was also very kind to send me, I mean, it was just, I only asked her for some business cards and stuff, and she was kind enough to send me some Au Versoir silk yarn for Christmas stitching. And what I didn't know is that you can also buy kind of metallic floss from her, like from Au Versoir. It's not silk though, but still. And I am planning on stitching some of them up and making a comparison video and try to explain all the differences about the Au Versoir silks, and then maybe also give some of them away, because I want to keep it all for myself, of course. It was so generous of her, and she also sent along some originals. And also one of the other German designers, Lindner's Kreuzstiche, they also send some originals, and of course their flyers and everything. So we were all day answering questions, giving out pamphlets, flyers, business cards, and yeah, just talking cross stitch all day long. I had such a sore throat by the end of the first day. And I hardly got through the second day. Knock on wood, I'm still healthy. I actually thought there were so many people running around, no masks, no anything. I definitely thought I would catch something, but it's been a week now and I'm fine, so yeah. Knock on wood. And you know, these wonderful community, my mosquitoes, some of them came on into the booth and they were like, I didn't, you know, sign up for today and I didn't bring any stitching, but I know that you were here because you said it in your last video, and I just wanted to say I'm a big fan and I'm watching your videos and stuff. And I was like, how cool is that? And one of the girls made me a project bag with a little doxy dash hand. She stitched it on linen and then she sewn a project bag with a little doxy charm here on the back. Really a huge bag that I have all sorts of things in right now. Someone 3D printed me a Garut charger station for my Apple Watch, which I asked her to do, and she got a project bag from me. And oh yeah, one of the mosquitoes, she was like on fire. She stitched these tiny little beautiful pin cushions for all of us with a little what do you call this thing to hang it on your project bag or anything. Wonderful. Someone made a like another charm for your bags with our logo, and it's saying like Kreativmesse, Stechmücken, mosquito meeting, I was there. I just love it. They were so creative. Oh, one of them, I have to show you. Is it still in here? Stitchy Mama, who is in Nuremberg, she's also got a German Flosstube video. She stitched me a tiny little granny square cross stitch thingy that was a freebie from Fackwater Shop, I guess, a few months back, where they had a free cross stitch chart for granny squares, and she stitched it on a sparkly ATAT fabric that was from Esther that she won one of Esther's rifles. Yeah, and that's what she made for me, and I'm loving it. It's so tiny and cute and with my colors. And I'm gonna have it on my desk. Really love it. In the meantime, it has also been my birthday. And I'm always thinking about what to tell my father to get me for my birthday or for anything. But this time it was very easy because I had to send him to a DIY shop, to a DIY store. And because this was a recommendation from one of my mosquitoes, and she said to look at the DIY store for this kind of caddy. It's actually made for, it's supposed to house screws and you know, all those little tiny things that you would need in a in your toolbox, and it's got a handle, and it's got 4 departments, like 4 slide out boxes of see-through material. Oh, there you can see my phone. Wonderful. See-through material. And the wonderful thing is, let me just sit this down. The wonderful thing is, I've got so much on my desk. Oh my god, wait. There it is. The wonderful thing is the height of this of these compartments are the same height as the compartments in the normal DMC boxes, normal DMC yarn boxes that you get. And it's got these dividers that you can take out and you know, kind of move so that you can also put full skeins in there. And I haven't yet sorted all of my DMCs in there, but the first few that I had. And what I really like about them, if you go to a DIY store and you look for these kind of magazines, these tiny little magazines, I saw these kind of cases, they are black on the bottom, because you will also only look at it from the top, and against the black, the screws and everything, they will show up better. But this one is completely see-through, and I can easily, you know, look at the colors. And it's got 4 magazines in here, and so I can easily fit, as far as I calculated, I might be able to fit like 350 or 400 skeins in there. So cool, right? And my brother, when I unpacked it, he was with us that day, and when I unpacked it, he was like, "Oh, that's cool!" And then you can crochet like a sleeve for it, and crochet a sleeve for the handle, and then you have like and huge buttons here. So I have all these amazing creative men in my life. So yeah, that go to your DIY store and see if you can find something similar there. Now let me show you some crochet, because I haven't been stitching that much actually, but I have been crocheting because I participated in my first CAL crochet along, which was a huge shawl. And it wasn't a mystery, because we saw the final product beforehand, and I am only like 2.5 rows from finishing it. And this is the shawl called New Friends, and it was a collaboration of 2 German designers. We had a Facebook group, or we still have a Facebook group, and yeah, this is how it's going, and it's huge. It was 1,400 meters of yarn. I still have got some left, and yeah, I'm on my last two rows, I guess. I mean, I guess I will have to double it up to, you know, finish the bauble, finish the cake. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and I am loving it. It's huge. And the funny thing, or the interesting thing, is when I am crocheting this, like I like to spread it. I mean, it's huge. I like to spread it out over my knees when I'm, you know, on the sofa crocheting. And it is so warm. I never thought that this thin of a yarn would actually be so warm, but obviously, yes, of course. I mean, it's got, like, crochet has got a height to it, you know, and all of the air is trapped in these holes, and that is what makes it warm, I guess. I never had like a physics degree or something, but I guess that's how it works. The second CAL that I started a few days back, actually, it started here at the beginning of October, is the CAL Enamorado, and it's also not a mystery CAL, so we know what the thing looks like. And again, I'm always fascinated when I start out. I have to show you like this because it's too see-through. When you start out making, for example, these patterns here, and it's all crooked, it's like it doesn't look like anything, but when I show it on camera right now, or when I hold it up like this, then I finally see what it's actually supposed to look like, and I love this moment. And it's looking quite nice. Sorry, I just sneezed. And it's looking quite nice already, and I still have a long way to go. But this is also one of the baubles from this bauble shop that I talked about earlier, that is very dense and you know, really nice to work with. And then, of course, because it's Christmas and I am easily tempted and triggered by something, I had to go for some Christmas yarn from Hobby. And I don't know if I can recommend this yarn, because it's only over dyed and the white shows through a lot, especially when you're working with it. And of course the cake just fell apart when I was working with it, and so I had to kind of savor it and rewind some of the yarn. Anyway, it was good fun to crochet, wait for it, my first pair of mittens. I combined two tutorials online that I found, one German one and one English one, because like the cuff is sometimes worked in rows and then linked, but this cuff is worked in circular rows, you know, and you're always doing like front post and back post double crochets. And I like that better. And then I had these knobbly things, you know, one row of these knobbly things, and then I just did half double crochets. And this tutorial that I found, this was the English one, she had just you know, the mittens completely made out of double crochets. And I'm gonna, oh, okay, I'm gonna link it down below. And so I kind of combined my own two tutorials to make some mittens. And now I've started, because of course if you have mittens you have to have socks too, and now I started working on some socks, but I'm not really sure if I'm on the right track here, because it looks very big. I mean, I've got a shoe size of 8 European, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to show you my feet. No, I don't. But you know, if it doesn't work out, it can still be a Pokeball. So yeah, that's more or less all that I can show you today. And I have another announcement to make, because I don't know if I will be able to make another video or another English video in the foreseeable future. I have to do a German video at least in 2 weeks to announce one of the giveaway winners. But you know, after having this wonderful weekend last weekend in Berlin, life was like, oh, you're happy right now, let me change that. And I got a very bad very bad news. I might have to move. I might have to kind of rebuild, and I actually don't really know right now how the foreseeable future will go. And I thought, let's just get the videos out of the way to check in with you, to say hi, to say how much I loved your comments under my last video. And I really don't know when I will be able to do another English video. I hope you will stay as tuned. Maybe it'll all work out within the next 14 days, and I'm in a new place and I can film. And I don't want to go into too much details. Let me just tell you, depression is a shitty thing. I hope I don't get. I don't have to worry about getting demonetized, only on my German Flosstubes anyway. So yeah, please stay tuned. Don't leave me here. Oh my God, it sounds so desperate. No, okay. If you want, please leave a comment and the thumbs up. And also, if you want, you can find a buy me a coffee link downstairs in the description box if you want to support me and say thank you for the videos. And as I said, I might have to move, and you know, every dollar is appreciated. That's really desperate, right? Oh my God, shall I leave that in? I have to. I hope to speak to you soon again. In the meantime, happy stitching and happy crocheting, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, my friends.